How's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. So got some stuff back from CGC, some really, really cool stuff. Some stuff you've probably never, ever seen before, I can guarantee you. Unless you are crazy and know every single comic that's ever existed, ever. So tons of stuff you're going to see here that's going to be awesome. Got a massive Silver Age key. It's probably on the thumbnail as well. But want to say first, thank you for everyone that consigned to our auction. Pretty much the deadline is closed. I know today is the 6th, but probably when you see this, it'll be closed. But even if you haven't consigned yet, there's no way you could get it to me in a single day, unless you're Superman. But nonetheless, thank you. We got a ton of stuff, just a ridiculous amount of stuff, tons and tons. It's going to be our biggest auction by far, by far, by far. So thank you for everyone. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. It's going to be a big one. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's see all the stuff that you've never seen before. All right, we got this Action Comics number 38 right here, and a pretty decent grade too. Came back grade I was hoping for, $25.99. Here we go, second highest grade, Atomic War. So second highest grade. 5,999. I thought it would be an 8.0. Got a 9.0. So if it came back to 8.0, I believe it would have been third highest grade. I don't think there's an 8.5 if I can remember off the top of my head. But pretty much got the 9.0, so second highest grade. There's only one other one at a 9.2. So yeah, you're never gonna see, like, that's the thing. It's like when you get to like these super rare books, and on top of that super rare grade, it's like you're never gonna see the 9.2. That's tucked away somewhere, probably tucked away for 20, 30, 40 years. Imagine if someone bought it and they're like, I don't know, 40 years old. You're probably not going to see it for another 40 years till they die and decide their kids sell off their comic collection unless they pass it down. So that's the thing with some of these things, is just you never see them. So that's why they're expensive. It's not like, like a modern book that there's literally just, like even a Hulk 181. Just go on eBay. You can find one almost in any grade, probably even a 9.8. Here we go, Captain America Comics number 32. It's kind of a war cover, right? Yeah, war-ish. Yeah, war cover. Timely Comics, you can't go wrong. Thought it'd be 3.0, got a 3.5, so happy there. $54.99. I was just having a conversation with someone. Timely Comics are good long-term investments. They are. They just are. People love those old Cap comics, Marvel Mystery, especially the war cover ones. Those always maintain their value. They're not subjected to wild swings of speculation because there's really no first appearances of really anything going on. I mean, obviously in Marvel Mysteries, you got Human Torch in number 1. And then I think the Angel appears in number 2, or maybe that's his first cover appearance, might be in number 1. Then you got the Vision, I want to say in number 14. I don't know what exactly it is. But there's really not that many first appearances, so you're not buying it based off like, oh, so-and-so is going to be in a movie, and you got to get their old book. It's not based on that. It's just based off of pure like collectability and just a deep-seated desire for these certain Golden Age keys. Usually involve a hypodermic needle, Hitler on the cover, war cover, something really cool happening. There's this one where I think it's Human Torch 13, where Human Torch is grabbing this Japanese soldier's arm and burning it off, and it goes all the way down to the bone. Things like that. That's what people want, and they will always want them, and those will always be the keys. And they just kind of have them maintain an even, incline up. They don't do these wild swings where it's like up 300% one month and then down, all the way back down again the next month. Yeah. Another cool Hitler cover, Captain Marvel Adventures 21. Came back good, I was hoping for, $25.99. This one, a little bummed, not gonna lie. Ended up getting some spine splitting that was not there when I sent it, and that's kind of the problem with some of these older Brill books. You send them in, and someone opens the book to grade it, count the pages, and things fall apart. So I thought it was going to be a 5.5, ends up being a 3.0 because there's some spine splitting. This is a gorgeous book. Like if you want something to hang on your wall, this book presents like an 8.0, but it has some spine splitting here and spine splitting in the middle. But anyway, $32.99. I'm a little disappointed that it came back this grade because this is a cool book. I've had it one other time. Dark Mysteries, number 8. No, sorry, 19. $49.99. Pretty decent grade of this one. Banners $4.49. And a 7.5. I thought it'd be an 8.0. Got a 7.5. I looked at it again. Sorry, I have something in my eye. It's on the cusp, right? It's one of those ones where it's like I could see it getting an 8.0. But I could also see it getting a 7.5 again. So it's like, how many times do I want to spend the money to send it in over and over again? So yeah, $21.99. Here we go. Massive Silver Age Grail. I know that I think I was watching Swaggle House's video, and I think he just got one of these, and it was on his want list. Occasionally I watch other YouTubers. I think probably I would say the ones I watched the most would be Swaggle House. He's probably the most. Then probably Comic Tom. It's probably like in terms of like comic book YouTubers, those are probably the ones I would probably frequent the most, I would say. Other shout outs, the other good ones is obviously Gem Mint, but he does a lot more like statues. Not so much comic book stuff. More statue stuff, which is kind of interesting. I'm gonna guess. I don't know, so this is pure speculation. But I'm wondering if those statues, if the companies send them to him. Maybe one of you guys know. If the statues that he gets, if the companies send it to him either for free or at a discount, and then he does a review of them, which would be smart for the company to do such a thing. Either some kind of discount, maybe at cost, what it costs them, or like a big discount off. And he reviews them, and then he, can turn around and sell them if he doesn't like them or doesn't want to keep them, because that would be, it's like a good business model for him and a good business model for whatever sideshow or whatever it is they're sending the figures, the statues, because then he can get some in, sell it at market price, make a little money, do a little video, make a little money, sideshow or whatever the statue company is called, they get a little something. So I'm wondering if that's how it works, because I know I have a friend called, I think his name is Beardy Nerd on YouTube, and he used to do those he still does, but they're not as popular anymore, subscription box reviews, and he would get them for free because it's free publicity. So if someone wants to send me a Journey to Mystery 83, I'll do a review of it. I'll pay at cost, so 12 cents. I will double it. I'll pay you 24 cents. Not a penny more. 24 cents. I will do a full review of it, and I'll keep the book. Come on, Marvel. Come on. It's a good deal. I'll be one of those Marvel shills that says everything good about Marvel, and they can do no wrong. If you send me a Journey Mystery, AF-15, technically Captain America Comics #1, Marvel Comics #1, I'll say whatever you want me to say. Nah, I wouldn't. It'd have to be a lot more than that. Well, now I'm like calculating, like how much would it actually cost to buy the words coming out of my mouth? Probably like 100 million. I don't know. I'd feel weird like saying things that I don't truly believe in. So whenever I do bash on something, it's true. Or whenever I give praise, it's true. You can't buy authenticity. Unless it's $100 million. $100 million, totally. Sorry, I'm ranting. You guys came here for comics. I didn't tell you the price of this. $84.99 for whatever it was. 3.0. Here we go. We got a Pedigree. It's like someone asked me what color this is once. It's not it's not really straight up black at the top, and it's kind of like a bronze color. It's shimmery, so which is kind of cool. So it's definitely unique, but it's not black at the top. It's like a dark brown, and this more bronze. Anyways, it is from a pedigree I never knew existed, Eldon Pedigree. Eldon? Kids Comics, $29.99. This Alex Schomburg. Here we go. Got another Timely's Comics, Marvel Mysteries number 22. There's a story by Stan Lee in here. I want to say Stan Lee's first writing was Captain America 3 or 4, something like that. Marvel Mysteries number 22. Thought it'd be a 6065. Got the 65. $65.99. Here we go. Second Silver Age Flash. Second Barry Allen. Also, origin and first appearance of Captain Cold. $21.99. A book I've never really seen before until I got this one in. Thought it'd be 6570. Got 70. $49.99. First appearance of Groot. Groot used to be a villain during those monster days, Tales of the Astonished 13. And then they later turned him into a villain, or a hero. Thought it'd be 40, got a 35, $26.49. Werewolf by Night, number 32, first appearance of Moon Knight. This book has not been favoring lately. See, I don't even know what's going on with Marvel. Like, Moon Knight, are they going to make a season 2? Like, I think it was one of the most viewed MCU shows of the ones. I think it was like WandaVision was first or thinking, and maybe this one was second or third. And it's like, what's going on? You guys gonna make another one? It's like, no, we just want to make a bunch of one-offs, I guess. It's like, how do you get, if a show's successful, I like it when they continue, because then you just continue the story and going on. I was recently rewatching clips from Silicon Valley. Fantastic show. I really wish they would continue that show. But it's over. It's done. It's been done for many years. But yeah, I always find when I go to watch TV, if I ever do watch TV, I would rather watch a show that I've already seen that's really good than watch some show that I know is probably not going to be very good. But occasionally I'll give it a chance, and I'm less like, ugh, I'm going to turn it off. Or what I usually do, I just let it play and I just go on my phone and do something on my phone. Good shows are hard to come by. Anyways, thought it'd be 8085, got 75, so not good there. Definitely hurt a lot. $13.79. Here we go. We got an X-Men 1. Inexpensive for an X-Men 1. It's coverless. $29.79 for an X-Men 1. Just missing the cover. All complete. All the pages there. So, this one's interesting because I'm doing a video which will come out tomorrow if I can just make the thumbnail for it. I've been working on it for a while. But this one's interesting because it's in there. It's in the video I'm making. I like to do these deep dives even though no one watches them, but I like them. I'm doing one on John Romita Sr. as he recently just passed June 12th. Right? Yes. June 12th, I believe it was, or 19th. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's the 12th. Anyways, passed at 93. I've done these videos before, if you haven't seen them before, where I do like a breakdown of like a biography of the artist, where they come from, what they did, what they accomplished, some kind words about them. But yeah, I'm doing one on John Romita Sr. The reason why this is in here, because it mentions, this is the revival of Captain America. So if you guys didn't know, superheroes are kind of waning, and Captain America comics, pretty much, the war was over, his sales were bad, so they canceled him. He got revivaled in this one right here, Young Men 24 and 25. So this is the origin and the return of Captain America. I don't know how long he's gone. I think he was gone for like 2, maybe 3 years. And after Young Man 25, the one after this, they brought him back in Captain America 76, 77, 78. One of those. I can't remember now. I should know this. I literally just did the video. Well, I scripted it a while ago and said it a while. I just edited it. Still needs a little bit of editing. But came back. John Romita Sr. started on that book. It didn't start, but he did the revival of Captain America. It lasted a couple issues, and then they canceled it again because they brought it back, and they're like, okay, he's going to go after communists now. Nope, that didn't really work out in terms of people wanting that and buying it. So that one got canceled again. So yeah, so that's what's special about the book. He did not work on this book at all, to my knowledge. Oh, he did. Never mind. John Romita. He must have just done the Captain America stuff. So yeah. So he did this Captain America and then did the Captain America on when he started his series again. So yeah. Young man 24. It's been a long day. $24.99. So look forward towards that video. It will not have my face on it. People are like, if it doesn't have your face on it, I don't know it's you. I'm like, well, if the video is interesting, just click on it. It might be from me. Or just read the text below that says author, comic book investment, or whatever it says, video buy, or whatever it says. Spider-Man 77 and a 96, $12.99. Daredevil 158, first Frank Miller newsstand edition, but that doesn't really matter during this era because most everything was newsstand. There were a couple of direct markets, so they would have a little slash through there. $15.49. If you're wondering why they aren't coming, I'm saying the grades, is because not all of these comic books I technically get back from CGC. Sometimes I buy them from people. Hulk 102, 92, $9.99. Always like that cover. It's a good cover. Then we have the first Thunderbolts. And Hulk number 449 and a 9.8. $3.79. I wonder if I had that book. I'm pretty sure I did as a kid, because I'm pretty sure I had all the way up to 474. Is that when it went to? Pretty sure. Star Wars 42. Is this a newsstand? Newsstand? What year is this? 80. Kind of matters. Gives a little bit. If it was a 9, it'd be better. 509. This book is, God's dropped a ton. Ton. Number 68, 99.6, $4.29. And just got a couple more. I'm very curious how this movie will do. This first Carol Danvers. How do you guys think this movie is going to do? This Marvels comes out in November. I think it was delayed multiple times, if I can remember correctly. I have a feeling that it's going to kind of bomb. I mean, Indiana Jones 5, this is a Disney product, technically Lucasfilms. That movie bombed, or 6. Is it 5 or 6? I haven't seen it. But I know it made like 60 million or something opening weekend, which people are like, oh, that's great. But it has a production budget of 300 million. That drives me insane. So I'm gonna rant for a little bit. That drives me insane. It is just so ridiculous how high these budgets are. It just makes no sense to me. It literally makes no sense. Endgame was 200, and I was like, man, that's a lot. And then, when was Endgame? 2019? So 4 years later, it's gone up 50% to do a high-end budget movie. I mean, Harrison Ford can't be that expensive because you had way bigger actors in... I know Harrison Ford is a big actor, but I'm saying, like, he was the only one. But in freaking Endgame, you had way more bigger actors in there, just tons of them, and that was 200 million. So you can't say, oh, it's the actor that's taking up all the money. So that cut that out. And it's just like, from the reviews I saw and stuff, the CGI was like, yeah, it's okay. Like, it wasn't like groundbreaking. You're spending 300 million to that. So it's like, where does all this money go? Like, I don't understand it. Back in the day, like not too long ago, like, turn of the century in like 2000, they were making high budget movies where they didn't have that much CGI because it wasn't very good. So they didn't rely on it. And the budgets were like maybe like 80 million for a high budget movie, 90 million, maybe 120. And it was like ridiculous, but they were using real people, real sets, maybe animatronics or something. And they would have to, that's the thing, is when you have real people with like extras and all that kind of stuff, you have to fly all those people, unless you get them at the state or country that you're in, and then you have to feed all those people, house all those people, whatever you're filming, and build sets everywhere, and you have to fly to different locations all the time. Now that's like, oh, let's go to the sound studio, and usually they film in Canada or something because they have tax reasons, in Canada or in LA or something, and just everyone show up at the sound studio, and you're on a giant green screen. We'll green screen everything. So I'm like, if the purpose of having CGI people is to make it cheaper, well, it's not. It's making it more expensive because they just get more and more expensive. It's like, why didn't you just build the sets like you did in the old days? It might be cheaper. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. 300 million. And this is what people don't understand. They always say, oh, 300 million to make more than that. It's like, that's not how it works. In order for a movie to make money, there is usually some math. And the math is, I've heard as high as 3%, or I mean, sorry, 3 times, but usually it's around 2.5 times, somewhere around there. And that's how much money it needs to make to break even. So, for an example, if your movie is $100 million, you have to make 2.5 times just to break even. So you need $250 million at the box office. Why? Because production budget's $100 million, then you have advertising, and then you have the theater that takes the cut. So something like Indiana Jones, it's $300 million. You have to make what, 7.5 or $750 million. $750 million is what you have to make out of $300 million. You have any idea how hard that's going to be? And it's not even come close. It made $60 million over the weekend. And that's domestic. I don't know what it made worldwide, but it's not going to come close. It's going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. That's why all these movies keep losing money. It's like, first of all, movies, garbage. I'm not talking Indiana Jones, but other movies are garbage. No one wants to watch it. Stop spending so much to make these movies because they're not even good enough to begin with. I'm talking The Flash now. God, that movie's, I think I read somewhere it's going to lose $200 million. Can you imagine a studio losing $200 million on a movie? 200 million. So I'm wondering how much this will lose. I don't know what the production budget is. They're probably still doing rewrites and reshoots, but I would imagine this is probably around the 200, 180 mark. I don't really know. And the first one made like $1 billion, but the reason why I made $1 billion is because it was in between Infinity War and Endgame, and that was when it was like peak MCU hype. So people would just go see anything. They could literally just put like a dog farting on the screen and people would go watch it. So, but now people are a lot more like, hey, you've burned me many a times. You're not putting out the best quality. So I'm going to be more selective with what I'd pay to see, or I'll wait for it to come on streaming or something like that. So they're a lot more selective. Guardians was good, but I wonder how much money this is going to lose. I have a feeling it's going to lose money. I already know it's going to lose money. If it's like 200 million, so it's probably going to have to make like 500 million just to break even. I just don't see that many people caring about Captain Marvel at all. All the Captain Marvels. I don't see it. I don't feel it. It's had already a really bad start. Tons of negative stuff about it already. So I feel like the whole MCU nerd culture is definitely taking a massive dive. Sorry, this is a long rant. But in any case, let me know if you think it's going to lose money, break even, or you think it's going to make money. I don't know what the budget is, but let's say it's 200 million. It's going to need to make $500 million, 500 million just to break even. That's worldwide, though. It could be higher, though. It could be a 3x. It depends how much marketing they do. So it could be high as 600 million. So anywhere between 500 and 600 million just to break even. I don't know if it reached out. Like, to give you an example, Guardians, which I thought was a great movie, made like 800 million. Sorry, Marvel Superheroes, that one was 189. This one is 245, which is crazy. Around the same grade, 5560. If you would have went back 4 years ago, that book would have been so much more expensive than this book, which just goes to show that it didn't bring in any fans, which goes to show that there's not that many people that are super excited about it. Like, some people say, well, there's no direct correlation between price and how popular a movie will be. I'm like, well, I think there is a little bit. There's going to be something. $14.99 for the Saint. And I'll wrap it up here. From my brain, I think this is how it goes. This was the prototype to AntMan, Hank Pym. I don't know who this character is, but it's the man in the beehive. He shrunk himself down, and then they're like, they worked on Tales of Suspense. Let's do another one for Tales of Astonish. We'll shrink ourselves down. Shrunk him down in Tales of Astonish 27. I believe that's how it goes. And then they decided to bring back Hank Pym again because Tales of Astonish was kind of floundering, and monster stories, sci-fi stories are kind of falling out of fashion, and superhero stories are coming all back, almighty-like. And so they decided to turn Hank Pym into a superhero and called him AntMan. And so he first became AntMan in issue number 35, so not much long after. At least that's how I think it goes. I could be wrong. That'll be it. Have a great day.